Oh, I appreciate you. Just the one that's up in here rocking with me. I know you got true love and respect, and you enjoy my company like I enjoy yours. So thank you to the one person that always show up, no matter who comes through, no matter what I'm talking about, if I know what I'm talking about or if I don't, just to support me, just to support my kids, just to want to see me in a better position, just to want to share a moment with me of some peace and harmony, breaking bread with your fellow man. I appreciate you. You already know who I am. Frank Nitty, two T's. Like two titties. Woody woo woo. Is that Gabby? Is that Gabby? Yup, Gabby Fisher. Nothing but love right back to you. Thank you. You really make me feel like it's worthwhile to pop on live and say my piece, have a moment with my peoples that respects me and love me and want harmony and want joy and happiness for this whole world. So we can all be safe. We can all be um, prosperous and joyful and happy and all the things that people want in this world. And people can stop going through all this suffering and and I know it's way more going on than just in America. But this is what we got control of, a little tiny bit. Well, not even control of, but this is where we got at least a voice. And so this is where we're gonna start it off tonight. I was just basically gonna kick it, talk about whatever. And I be going through the feeds. I be going through these articles. I go through these articles on my internet. On my bed. It ain't my internet. I mean on my computer. On my desktop, that I think is interesting. Sometimes they be too heartbreaking. You know, um, a lot of people might not want to understand, but let me just speak as a black man. I got beautiful black, I got beautiful black Hebrew kids, and I wouldn't want them to go through anything that I have went through, that my forefathers have went through, my ancestors have went through. I wouldn't want them to go through anything that's gonna bring their spirits down or make them feel like they're less deserving for happiness and joy than anyone else. There's some things we gotta be real with our kids about, just to keep them safe. You know, it's a shame that we gotta be real with them so early in their life. I remember back in the days where your parents was always pushing the fact that, kids should be in a kid's place and always had us um fantasizing and dreaming. And ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Ain't nothing wrong with fantasizing, dreaming. Can't have your kids dream too hard no more. It ain't just the people you can point out. You can point out to your kids that may bring them harm or may not treat them right. They got this They got this world so twisted and so backwards about what's important and what's not important that you gotta cut your dream. You gotta cut the dreams, not the dreams per se, but you gotta get some reality in there. You know, it's like when my daddy used to keep it real with me, even though my mother always made sure every holiday was beautiful for her kids. She made sure we had Christmas. She made sure we had school clothes every year. She made sure all these things that people celebrated and had out here in the world, that her kids wouldn't feel inferior or less than. And then we can have the same joyful moments as someone else. But as I growed up and realized why she really did it, because y'all know the game. When you're younger, when you're a baby, you get basically like a lot of things, right? Because you get a lot of toys, you get a few clothes, you know. But as you get older, the more important things becomes more essential to have than toys and fantasizing about what you'll get next year. We got winter clothes. We got more winter clothes. Like my mother would buy us some, y'all remember corduroys? Who can go back with me on the corduroys? My mother bought us corduroys for Christmas, more thermals, sweaters, you know, things like that. Maybe we'll get a gift or two, far as, you know, a toy or something that you wanted. But the things that was essential to have to survive, was more important to put down than to fantasize another day about not having the things that maybe someone else had, right? So that was the reality check, you know, as we get older, right? But now you gotta have your kids even more on point, because you don't know which way it's coming from. And it seems like people just don't understand. Kids are off limits, man. I don't care who kids it is. I don't care if the kids are Ku Klux Klan. I don't care if the kids are Ku Klux Klan. Kids are off limits. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if they're a gang member. Kids, I don't care if they come from gang members. Kids are off limit. You don't put kids in grown people business. You just don't do it, man. And anybody that does that, they low lives. They low lives. And that's why I guess it's best for them to keep hiding behind the screen, because it brings out some vicious thoughts, some nasty, foul things that shouldn't be in your head. And when I see things today that reminds me of what my forefathers and ancestors had to go through, or what I have went through myself, or any loved one of mine, and it ain't from any particular race either. Let me just tell y'all that, man. I'm more mad, even though I know, you know, this is a white man land. I know who done made the Constitution up. I know who brought us over here through slavery. I know who done stunted our growth and um, detoured our history, um, just all the nasty things that popped off, right? But when people say it's one race, it's one race over here, like let's say they say, well, it's white people on this side and it's black people on this side and the brown people on that side. It ain't like that no more, man. You can't say the person that looks like you can't say the person that look like you. And it's just a shame because there's more and more of them now. You can't say the person that looks like you would be for you. Yeah, you can't say the person that looks like you would be for you, or would be decent to you. Because slavery, this world period, the greed of people wanting money, the greed of people wanting to fit in, it done took precedent. It took precedent over anything else. People don't truly care, man, about making this world a better place. They just want to see their ass happy. They don't care who they get. They don't care who they get caught up, who get caught up in the mess that they left behind or they never fixed. They just want to be happy, man. They don't care about nobody else. And it's really sad and it's hurtful to think that my kids, that my nieces and nephew, that my grandkids would have to go through the same thing that their forefathers and ancestors did. Let's just kick it, man. I'm just talking, but that's what my thoughts was, man. I done seen with this one thing about the internet, it broadens your it narrows things down too, to where you could see way more of what's going on in the world than having to flip channels or having to open up this book or open up that book or go through this category, to go through this or sort through this pile of papers or different things to get to your answer, right? So it broadens things and it narrows things. So this is why I'm on here tonight, because I just want to kick it, man. Real talk. It ain't really nothing personal that I got to say. I just want to kick it. This article says, good evening to well, it's late night, so good evening to everybody as well, man. I always want to say that to y'all because without y'all, I don't have no channel. I don't have nobody to kick it with late night or in the morning or just getting my thoughts off or just sharing a moment with my peeps. So I appreciate y'all, and I just want to let y'all know that. This article says a black man, which he was a very young man. He wasn't, let's get it real, man. When I was in my 20s, I wasn't actually a grown man yet, all right? So when people be trying to say, yeah, this grown man, when you 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, I don't consider you grown like that yet, man. You might want to act grown. You might want to appear to be grown, but you got a long ways to go to know what's popping in this world and know how to handle it and how to deal with it and how to bounce back from all these moments that may be terrific, that may be something more than what you can handle at the time. I don't know the word I'm looking for, y'all, but let's do this one, man. A black man was found dead after telling his mother. You know what I'm saying? Do that sound? I'm just saying, let's kick it, man. Do that sound like a grown man? Because he called his mama. I'm saying, man. I still call my mama to the day. And here I am, you know what I'm saying, pushing 60, man. All right? I call a lot of times for comfort. I call a lot of time when I'm ill so I can know how to get myself better. Or I can know how serious my illness is, that I won't be laying up there just dying. I always call my mama to get advice or to get a cure or, you know, to get a home remedy, you know what I'm saying? To get a thought of what to do, man. So right when you hear that this young man called his mama, you know he's not grown. You know he still lived in his mama's home. He still was living in his parents' home. He's not grown. He's just over the age of someone wanting to, you know, claim that he's grown enough to take to jail, that he's grown enough to shoot at, that he's grown enough to disrespect. Age don't make you grown, man. It's maturity. It's part of your intellect. It's your wisdom. It's how wise you are. It's how quick you catch on to what's popping out in this world, dog. And your very worst enemies might be the people that you deal with the most, because you don't understand what they truly have in plan, calling themselves a friend, right? Calling themselves a friend. So it got a lot to do with growth and maturity and wisdom and getting wiser and just really getting lucky. And I know my mama prayed a lot for me, man. She's still probably praying for me every moment of the day. I know her prayers have saved me and kept me here this long. I know that. I really do. And I know I put more burden on my mother's chest than probably anybody else in my family, man. You know, I know when I went to the service, she prayed for me all the time. And when I came back from the service and got into these streets, she prayed for me even more, man. So, like I said, man, I know this cat ain't grown. Let's get it, though. So that's what it said. A black man was found dead after telling his mother he was being chased. Police said there was no reason to suspect foul play. That just sounds jacked up, don't it? That just sounds like a lie. You know what I'm saying? That just sounds like a lie. He called his mother and told his mother he was being chased, that he was scared for his life. But the popos want to say there was no reason. But he come up dead, though. He come up dead, a young man. There was no reason to suspect foul play. That just sounds like some jacked up crap, man. Let's get it, man. Nitty, D-City, straight gritty, no pity. Let's get it, man, with a few thoughts and just kicking it for a moment with my
The
people.
family of a black man who was found dead in Mississippi after warning his mother that he was being chased by white men hurling racial slurs.
And that's crazy, too. Because I remember I used to go through this when I used to walk through suburban cities. Some young fools that's grouped up in a car would throw racist slurs at me, man. Don't even know my ass, right? Don't even know me. I'm coming from a whole nother city. But the fact that I'm walking through their city, they would throw racist slurs at me, man. And it made me feel very, very uncomfortable. It made me feel very, very uncomfortable. I'm not going to tell you what some things I done, but I felt very threatened. So when this young man says this, I know that he's real, man. You know, this was real. This ain't no fakery. This is somebody really, really in danger and really trying to reach out to get help, man.
The family of a black man who was found dead in Mississippi after warning his mother that he was being chased by white men hurling racial slurs demanded a federal investigation Monday after local authorities said they had no reason to suspect foul play in the man's death. Rasheem Carter, 25, was reported missing on October 2, 2022, after his mother said he had sought help from police and frantically called her to say white men in 3 trucks were pursuing him. That was the last day Carter's family heard from him. On November 2nd, authorities said they found his remains in a wooded area south of Taylorsville, Mississippi. In a statement on Facebook a day later, the Smith County Sheriff's Department said it had no reason to believe foul play was involved, though the case was under investigation. On Monday, Carter's loved ones and their attorney Ben Crump slammed local authorities for stonewalling them for more than 4 months and for that initial determination, saying they believe Carter was the victim of a brutal hate crime. This was a nefarious act. This was an evil act, Crump said at a news conference. Somebody murdered Rasheem Carter, and we cannot let them get away with this. Crump on Monday urged the Justice Department to take over the investigation as a civil rights case, as he revealed photographs of Carter's skeletal remains, including his skull and some vertebrae bones. Continue reading. Sponsored content. More from NBC News.
Hold on, y'all. We're going to get it right. We're going to get it right. For sure. I should have had that open.
As a civil rights case, as he revealed photographs of Carter's skeletal remains, including his skull and some vertebrae bones. This was not a natural death, Crump said. This represents a young man who was killed. Crump told reporters that he believes Carter's head was severed from his body, and that his spinal cord was found in another location away from his head.
Nah, I ain't even know that. I haven't listened to this article yet. I'm listening to it for the first time with y'all. Now that's just crazy. I'm staying the F out of Mississippi, man. Real talk. I got an uncle that's from Mississippi. I think I told y'all that he actually came to Detroit from Mississippi, from the plantation that he was raised on. I was tripping on that thought. I said, what? I mean, I know my grandparents, my grandmother bought part of the plantation that she was enslaved on, and her mother and grandparents and all that, she bought part of it. And that's what, that's the piece, that's a piece of it that I have today that was left from my father, that was given to me from my father, but from my daddy. But my uncle came directly from the plantation, not even knowing how to read, man. Come kick it with me, dog, real talk. He didn't even know how to read. He could barely talk compared to everybody else. You think I can't talk? You think I can't talk? But let me tell you what my uncle been doing for the last, I don't know, since the 70s, man. Let me tell you the occupation that he done had since the 70s. He been a truck driver since he done stepped in Detroit. He been a truck driver since he done stepped in Detroit. Just like anybody foreign, man. Just like anybody foreign that done came to United States of America and didn't know any English, didn't know too much about what was popping out here, was still able to establish some type of income to feed themselves as well as their family, man. But yet you got ignorant people out here that would rather knock people like that because they don't talk or speak English as well as someone else, yet they are a productive citizen. They have contributed to United States on the positive, not the negative. But they'll rather support a known junkie that haven't did a damn thing, but took advantage of the fact that she's an American citizen. And people seems to be very naive and I don't know. I know I use that word too much, but I ain't gonna say naive then. Just too given to someone who ain't gonna never get their life better, man. Someone who ain't gonna never contribute to this country. They'll support people like that. People don't even want to work, man. Don't even want to work. Just want to sit around and take advantage of the suburban, education that you get. But you're not going to take advantage of it to go get a job, to contribute back to this country like everyone else have.
Head. There is nothing natural about this. It screams out for justice, Crump said. What we have is a Mississippi lynching. Carter's front teeth were missing from the top and bottom rows, which Carter's family said could indicate that he was assaulted before he died.
See, I can't even take this. I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. This is hard for me to hear. When I hear someone getting tortured, that damn sure don't deserve it. That's just a kid. That's just a kid. Someone being raised by someone that's trying to just be happy and have their family safe and believe that things are getting better for everybody, man. They bought into this mess that this world is even and equal for everybody, man. And it ain't. Either you on one side or you on the other side. You got good people, don't get me wrong, man. You got good people. And this is why we got change in this world. But just like you got good people that done stepped out to change the world, like to help people, to help slaves to help slaves be free and to change some of the Constitution. So now that we are at least legal citizens, it's just not in everybody thought to act decent and to be righteous and to be good to everybody, man. What did this kid do to anybody, dog? To deserve that kind of lynching, to die like that when he ain't even know what he did, man. He ain't even know what he did. He just woke up black. Stay out of Mississippi, dog. I ain't lying, man. I don't like Mississippi niggas. I'm just gonna keep it real, man. I don't like Mississippi niggas. And when I say niggas, I'm talking about white men's and black men's. You know what I'm saying? It don't make a difference what color you is to me, dog. I'm talking about anybody out here, man, that's out here just You know, doing they own thing, dog. You know what I'm saying? Out here doing their own thing. So stay out of Mississippi, dog. You see what just happened. Woo, that's hard to listen to, man. Woo, that's hard to listen to, dog.
Died. It's unclear what prompted authorities to search the wooded area or what led them to determine initially that foul play was not suspected. The Smith County Sheriff's Department did not return requests for comment. The Laurel Police Department, which put out Carter's missing persons report, worked on the case early on after Carter's family asked for assistance, Chief Tommy Cox told NBC News. But Cox said that Carter had not contacted his department for help before he went missing, and that the Laurel Police Department handed its investigation over to Smith County once it was clear it was outside of its jurisdiction. Cox said his department pulled some phone records and may have interviewed some of Carter's co-workers, but he declined to elaborate further. We tried to put ourselves in their shoes. It didn't hurt us to do a little bit of work on it, Cox said. We did what we considered to be the right thing. And then when it became obvious which jurisdiction would be the lead, we turned it over to them. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, which is assisting the sheriff in its probe, said Carter's autopsy was completed on February 2nd but declined to comment further, citing the open and ongoing investigation. The FBI is not currently involved in the case, an agency spokesperson said. 3 members of Carter's family said authorities told them wild animals may have torn his body apart. He was in so many different pieces, said Yokina Anderson, a cousin to Carter's mother, Tiffany Carter. They wanted to tell us that he went there and fell dead and the animals were feeding off him. But Carter's mother said that her son was lucid about the threats he faced during their final phone calls, and that he was not under the influence of drugs or alcohol and had no history of mental illness. She had doubts her son's death was an accident even before she saw where his remains were found. When I went on the scene, the Holy Spirit hit me and said this is foul play, she said. I knew then somebody had done something to him. Carter, a welder from Fayette, Mississippi, was in Taylorsville, about 100 miles away from home, working a short-term contracting gig. His mother said he was saving money to reopen his seafood restaurant, which closed during the pandemic and which was named after his 7-year-old daughter, Callie. That was his goal, she said. That was why he went back out to work. But while he was at the job site in October, Carter had a disagreement with at least one co-worker and fled, fearing for his life, his mother said. He said, I got these men trying to kill me, Carter's mother recalled him saying. She advised Carter to go to the nearest police station for help but eventually lost contact with him. Carter's family and friends led their own search parties until his remains were discovered. I never imagined going on living without my child, Tiffany Carter said. When I lost my son, I lost a part of me. Carter's loved one said he worked hard to provide for his daughter, paid for her private school tuition and made his friends and family proud. He kept all his promises, Callie's mother, Eustace White, said. He called every day. They stayed on the phone for hours like teenagers. Every day, she brings him up. Tiffany Carter pledged to continue fighting for answers. They thought this was going to be a child no one cared anything about, she said. They're clearly mistaken. Because he was somebody. This article was
what the mother just said. And when I said it earlier, I said this is not a grown man. He may appear to look like a grown man. He may be of age of a grown man, but he was still close to his mama's bosom. This is somebody's child. It's just sad and it's hurtful, man. I feel for her. I feel for his family. I feel for him that he had to go through that. And I feel for his mother that she had to live knowing that her son was tortured and lynched as though if he was an animal and wasn't worth nothing, man.
Originally published on NBCNews.com. Sponsored content. More from NBC News. Ron DeSantis.
So that's enough for that. You know, that was just a thought. Like I said, man, I'm just kicking it. I'm just kicking it. It's just been, y'all know me, late night, that's my time. We got to keep on praying, right? That's what my mama say. I really think, though, it's time for the men that really is standing for the right things to take lead. But I think this world was designed to knock all the good men down and to have all these clowns and all these bottom feeders, people that just want their own happiness and their own prosperity, not caring about anyone else. I think this world is set up for people like that, dog. It ain't set up for the people that just want, the people that want happiness and joy for everybody. Want it fair across the board. I was watching that that mother and her daughter being it wasn't even being harassed, being handcuffed and detained and violated from all their constitutional rights while the mother was sitting at Starbucks, done fell asleep because she was waiting on Starbucks to open so she can get some coffee. Now, who haven't did that? And I just said to myself, man, when they went through that, and it was some white men, it was some white cops, but it didn't make a difference. Once you put on that blue uniform, they all stand together, dog. They all stand together. And the black popos, they're worse than the white cops because they got to kiss ass even more. You know they do. They got to kiss ass even more to fit in, to get in position, to go up in rank. Dude, this is why I came out the service, man. Do you know how much ass you got to kiss to go up in rank? Do you know how many people you got to actually put up with that you can't stand just to go up in rank? I was like, man, I ain't playing this game. I am not playing this funky game of the military. I did my 4 years and I was out, man. And I was so glad that my nephew did his 8 years and he got out. I wanted him to experience, have his own experience. Because I never told him what I experienced in the service and what I liked about it or what I didn't like about it. I let him find out for himself because he was determined to go. And when somebody's determined to go somewhere and to do something more than just stay around the hood, wanting to get caught up in some other mess that they can avoid by going to try to start them a career or just trying to see the world, you know, I wanted him to have his own experience. So I allow him, you know, not for my past, to be his future, if I'm making any sense. I didn't want my past to be his future, so I allowed him to have his own experience. And he got out after 8 years, man. He got out after 8 years, and today he's a full-blown electrician. He went to school to be an electrician, and he got a condominium, or a condo. I can't even say the word. He got a condo of his own, and he don't have no kids. He said he didn't want no kids right now. He said he didn't want no wife right now. He said he just wanted to grow and enjoy his accomplishments in life. And I feel him on that. But I told him, like I'm telling y'all, I said, one day though, it ain't gotta be today. But don't put it on the back burner. Because if somebody didn't want you to be born, if somebody didn't want you like your mother and father wanted you, you wouldn't be here to say that. So I want you to one day understand that you are here to reproduce yourself. It wouldn't be no more world if everybody just stopped having kids, dog. So I let them know that you are here to reproduce yourself. One day you have to make that choice, no matter if you're married or you're not, because that's very important to keep our DNA, to keep our genes, to share your life and your thoughts with your son or your daughter. Other than that, though, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. I'm proud that he became his own man. That he didn't let nobody detour him or persuade him. That he finished what he started. And that's what my daddy used to always tell me. We finish what we start. But like I was saying from the get-go, from the start of this conversation, we can't let our kids dream and fantasize like we did and feel as though they'll be safe. Because our community kept us safe, right? When I growed up, man, understand, when I growed up in my community, it was an all black community, all right? On one side of the tracks. On one side of the tracks, it was black. And on the other side of the track, it was white. But one thing I noticed about being on that black side growing up, we felt safe. We felt safe. I walked to school every day. From me starting off, I believe from Head Start or preschool, man. I walked to school. I walked to kindergarten. I walked to first grade, even though the school wasn't nothing but a block away. It wasn't even a block away. It's probably a half a block or two. But I walked to school, man, because we felt safe, because our community was out every damn day making sure that every child was safe. We didn't have no kidnappings. We didn't have no kids. When I seen kids coming up missing on the back of them milk cartons, you know what kids we seen growing up. We seen white kids on the back of them milk cartons growing up, because that wasn't something that happened. Now, if it happened somewhere else, like it was happening, like, you know, other places, kids was getting murdered or harmed or getting snatched up. It didn't happen in my community. That's all I'm trying to tell you, dog. That didn't happen in my community. because people was out every day to make sure we was safe. They was out every day. They wasn't, if they couldn't be out on a porch, even if they didn't have a kid going to school, dog. If they couldn't be out on their porch, I'm talking about the elderly ladies, whoever was stayed home, dog. If they couldn't be out on their porch, and they would make you speak to their ass too, dog. See, it was just a different time. If you didn't speak to Miss Johnson down the block, she would definitely get that damn, she would definitely relay that message back to your mama that you didn't speak to her while she was sitting on her porch, because she was out there to make sure we was all safe. If they weren't on their porches, they was peeking through their windows, but they was definitely making sure that we was safe as kids going back and forth to school or anything else we did. So when I used to see these white kids on the back of milk cartons, I used to be so sad for them, because that wasn't our reality how I growed up. But now it's my kids' reality. It ain't as safe as it was, man. People don't engage or get involved in anybody else's kids' mess, because people didn't want, as generations went on, people didn't want nobody checking their kids anymore, right? People didn't want nobody checking their kids no more. They didn't want the village. They didn't want the village to raise their kids like the village been raising kids through our whole life, right? I remember growing up, if I did something wrong, like if I got caught stealing, I remember stealing some apples in the back of somebody's yard down the alley, right? And I'm thinking that they just gonna make me get out of their yard and send me back to my house, right? Man, they would put me to work. I ain't lying. They would put me to work. I'd be in their backyard cleaning up their shit for free. Then I gotta go back home. Then I had to go back home. Not go home, but be taken home. Be taken home with, or walk home by them, or however they got the message to my mama. Get a butt whooping from my mama, and then get checked from my daddy. My daddy really didn't whoop our butt. You know what I'm saying? He came from the country, man. And it was different days for the country. You know what I'm saying? To where even though he wasn't raised on the plantation, but I told you my grandmother bought the plantation, a piece of the plantation anyway. My daddy used to tell me some horrifying stories, man, that made me understand why he left the country. Made me understand why he left the country, and why he came to the city to take advantage of what was popping off out in Detroit. And y'all know what was popping off. Motor City, right? The car industry. So he used to tell me, man, how he'd get tied up on a tree and get whooped until he shitted on himself, man. Now that, I'm just saying, man, that was him growing up and being raised and punished by his mother and his father, right? So my daddy didn't really, he really didn't discipline us. My daddy scared us. He more scared us with his voice and with the fact that he always bagged up everything my mama did. So if my mama whooped our ass, he bagged it up 100%. It wasn't like he was going to go against anything she did. So my daddy would come home and scare me either more, or I get like one hit or two hits, and he'll tell me to stop. He'll tell me after the one or two hits, he'll be like, Just keep on yelling so your mama think I'm whooping your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't really believe in it, man, for the things that he had to go through. But anyway, man, let's just keep it moving, right? So yeah, when I heard about them women's though, man, that had to go through that, man, I seen that article earlier. The women's that was disrespected by the officers, well, the popos anyway. I hate calling them officers. It's like that's some type of authority or some shit. But by the popos, it was just hard for me to look at, man, because I was just envisioning my daughter. I was envisioning my mother. I actually done seen my sister be arrested for no reason at all, for just taking up for me, dog. For just taking up for me. She was arrested by a black popo that didn't like me. He didn't like me because I guess I was sleeping with somebody that he was liking, right? I guess I was sleeping with somebody that he was liking, and he didn't like me for those reasons, right? I don't care. I don't care. I didn't care until I got arrested every damn day for no reason at all, man. This cat was stalking my ass. This cat was stalking me. He arrests me one day. I get out of jail like a week later. I get back in my car before I can even go around the block. He'll arrest me again, man. He'll pull me over and arrest me again. This cat was stalking me, dog. But anyway, man, my sister tried to take up for me, and I had to see my sister be arrested. Just like I done seen my baby mama be arrested. I'm talking about my first baby mama. She was of Mexican descent. Her mother was white, but her daddy was full Mexican. You know, he came from Mexico. So they used to harass me and my baby mama so bad. Even when we was coming back from work, man. Anybody know about Softgate? We used to work at this one plant where it was like a paper plant right off of Eureka Road. I think it wasn't off Eureka Road. It was off of North Line. It was off of North Line and Allen Road. And we used to work at this one paper plant where you putting a bunch of papers together for different companies. When we used to get off of work, it was so bad for us that one of us had to duck. One of us had to keep our head down, whoever wasn't driving. One of us had to keep our head down because soon as we get off work, the popos will be sitting. They'll be sitting, waiting on everybody to leave from that parking lot. And they'll pull us over. They will pull us over. I guess to them we look suspect, right? Because we black and white. But they would pull us over so much, man, that my baby mama, I told my baby mama, I was like, one of us just gonna have to duck. One of us just gonna have to put our head down when we leave this bitch, so we don't get arrested or pulled over anymore, man. And that's what we did. And when we didn't, we got pulled over every time. And let me tell you this, man. All my baby mamas are beautiful, but this baby mama, this was basically my first love. She was gorgeous. She was gorgeous. I was feeling like Prince. I was feeling like Prince, man. Having her on my arms. I was feeling like I couldn't be touched, or everybody was just jealous of me and envy of me because she was so beautiful, dog. So yeah. Y'all already know, man, how real it is out here. And that's just my thought on that, man. So yeah, I was feeling for that mother and her daughter for going through what they did. I couldn't even watch no more of it. It was so hard for me to deal with the way they was being disrespected. And like I said, it don't make a difference what race it is, but these was all white men's. But it don't make a difference what race it is, because the black popos are worse than the white popos, because they kiss ass. Yeah, they kiss ass, dog. They ain't nothing but some Uncle Toms trying to prove themselves to their master. Yeah, they ain't nothing but some Uncle Toms trying to prove themselves to their master. But what they don't realize is they cripples and keep crippling their own neighborhood. They cripple their own race. They cripple their own. They don't help. How the fuck they helping, dog? First thing I will want to ask a popo, these cats say they ain't racist. First thing I will want to ask a popo is, how many white men's or how many white people have you arrested, and how many black people have you arrested? If it ain't even, if it ain't somewhat even or somewhat more of or more whites, because there's more whites in America. It's like 80-something% of whites in America, and black people only make up like 11% of people in America. Yet we go to jail more than anybody, man. If it ain't even, or somewhere where the black or whites are being arrested a little more, you already know what time it is, dog. Like I said, they ain't nothing but some doggone Uncle Tom ass niggas that's only out for themselves, and they cripple their own race as well as stunt the growth of their own community, dog. When I growed up in the 70s, in the 80s, when it was popos that had to be living, you had to be living within your own community, dog. So it was basically popos that grew up with your mama, or grew up or had kids growing up with you. We got treated so different, man. We got treated good. We didn't get treated bad by the popos in our neighborhood that knew us. If we got caught driving a car, let's say one of my brothers let me use their car. And because both of my brothers had cars when they was 15. Because soon as they got their summer job, that's the first thing, other than their clothes, that's the first thing they bought, other than their school clothes. They bought a car. Because my mama didn't have a car. My mama don't drive, right? So they bought a car. And so both of my brothers had cars. And I'm like 2 or 3 years younger behind both of my brothers, right? And since both of my brothers had cars, I will always want to be good, stay on their good side. Because when one of them wouldn't let me use their car, I crack on the other one to let me use the car, right? Because they'll always let me drive around for like 20 to 30 minutes, man. Long as I stayed in the neighborhood, right? Here I am like 13 years old, 12. We talking about the early 80s, man. It was a different time. And the popos will pull me over. But these popos from our neighborhood, these somebody that I know, right? That know my mother, that know my uncles. They would tell me to take that car back home, dog. I ain't lying, every time. And I used to get in that bitch like every other day. I might even use both of my brother cars in the same day, because one of them might let me use it for 30 minutes. So I make sure I come back in 30 minutes. And the other one seen that I brought it back in 30 minutes. And so the other one will let me use, my other brother will let me use his car as well. And as a 13-year-old kid, that's a pumped up situation, man. I will always pick up my best friend and we'll just cruise the doggone neighborhood, dog. It was the best times. And like I said, every time I got caught driving, the popos that grew up because you had to be part of your city at that time, that grew up in that neighborhood, that lived in the neighborhood. They will always tell me, man, to go home. They'll be like, take that car home. I don't want to see you out here no more today with that car. Go on back home with that car. They wouldn't take the car from me. They wouldn't go tell my mama I was driving the car. They wouldn't do nothing to bring harm to my family, knowing that we was already struggling and just staying above water, dog. A different time, right? But you don't get that from these popos no more. Because they ain't from your neighborhood, dog. They ain't from your neighborhood. They treat you like shit. They wouldn't care. They wouldn't care if they stunted your growth. They wouldn't care if they threw away your history. They wouldn't care if your kids never knew about anything that connects them till they pass. They don't care, man. They don't give a F. All they care about they rank. All they care about how much show they can get. All they care about how good they look in front of the female they trying to impress. Come on, let's just keep on getting it, man. Do y'all know how many popos used to always try to take me to jail and try to come back and kick it with my first baby mama, dog? Always. Every time we had a problem, they'll try to come back and kick it with my first baby mama, dog. Like, man, she looked that damn good to you that you think that she ain't gonna tell me you was over here trying to holler at her, dog? Okay. I see it's wild out here in Philly. It say Philly teen shot 10 times. Broad daylight by as many as 3 shooters. By as many as 3 shooters dies. Minnesota man allegedly killed sex offender using moose. Is that moose? And antlers. Yeah, moose antlers. Damn. Now this one is a Florida suspect killed in shooting was waiting for deputies before opening fire, wounding officers, police. He shot back at the popos, or shooting at the popos. However, he was wilding, right? Yeah. You already know, man. The popos, man, they be looking forward to execute your ass. They be looking forward to execute you. So you don't want to give them no reason. You don't want to give them no reason to execute your ass, dog. Like I told you, when I growed up, my mother never told me when I left the house to watch out for my neighbors down the block. She never did. I don't care how bad their ass was, man. She never worried about me dealing with or not coming home because of someone else in the neighborhood that didn't like me or had a beef with me or whatever. She told us, this is what my mama told us, man. And I'm sure so many others too. She said, don't get killed by none of these popos. She said, bring your butt straight home and don't get killed by none of these popos. That's exactly what my mother told me growing up, dog. Other than that, man, how everybody doing? I'm over here. I don't want to get serious. I just wanted to kick it with y'all. But yeah, how everybody doing, man? Everybody good? Everybody smooth? Everybody cool? I hope you're enjoying this just kicking it. That's all we doing is kicking it. Kicking it on the thought, man. Hopefully we can get this world on a better note, or at least broaden somebody else's thoughts, that they don't believe all this they don't believe all this hype that somebody done sold them that we know ain't true, dog. You know, so I got it on here. I wanted to check out this one brother. I don't know the name of the. I know it, but I don't. It ain't coming back to me right now. I don't know if I got it. I should be on here though. My bad. It should be on here. My bad. I'm thinking this wasn't the same page or on the same channel, but it is. And this young man was shot at by the popos over 100 times, man. Over 100 times. They even reloaded on his butt. All because his baby mama called the police station and told them some negative shit, that he wasn't going to be taken in without a fight and everything else negative to bring harm to his body and to his life, and without even telling the man to pull over. Telling the man to pull over, or giving him any type of commands, they just started opening up fire on his ass, man. And he lived through it. That was the crazy part. He lived through it. So he gonna have a hell of a lawsuit, but I don't know. He got shot up too, but he lived through it. But they reloaded on his butt, dog. They ain't just shoot at him. They reloaded on his butt, and he lived through it. So I was trying to find that, because that was crazy, dog. I was like, damn. Thank God, but I know he got to be having nightmares. Man. Because I know he thought he was gonna die. And anybody gets shot at over 100 times by the popos up close, you would think you dead, right? And this cat actually lived, man. The part that got me was he said when they stopped shooting at him, he thought it was over. He wasn't armed. He was unarmed. He thought it was over, right? And he said they reloaded on his ass, dog. Oh Lord. He said they reloaded on him, man.
With me.
This cat a good guy. This cat a good guy too. I guess he like a gun instructor. But the more and more I looked at his channel, he's actually a judge. I guess he's a gun instructor. He's a gun instructor on the side of the fact that he's a judge. And he be strapped up. Man, from head to toe, right? He be looking like he going to war when he in his car. He be looking like he going to war. So when the popos pull his ass over, dog, it really be a scary ass moment. And he be trying to teach people, I guess. He be trying to teach people how to respond or how to deal with the popos pulling you over and you being armed and, just basically making them feel comfortable. Because I'm telling you, man, he tried to make it sound smooth, but if you ever go watch his videos, this cat be sweating bullets. He be sweating bullets, and he's a judge. I don't know if they know he a judge, but he's a judge. That's a gun instructor, and this cat be scared, but he'll try to act like he ain't, man. But he be sweating bullets when they pull his ass over. His hands be shaking. His forehead be sweating. That shit be real, dog. Is it Roman? Let me see if I can type it in. Let me see if I know enough that I can type it in. No, this ain't it. This ain't it. No, this ain't it. So I guess I don't know the name. I thought I had it. I thought I had it in one of my subscriptions. But I guess I don't, man. Let's get off of this. Let me take y'all to the window. Oh. Moving my chair around. I'm gonna put on a little music, man, that they allow us to play. Yeah, I'm gonna put on a little music that they allow us to play. That's not gonna get us demonetized. But I'm gonna still be talking. I'm just gonna put on a little music so, I can get mellowed out. That's a trip too. YouTube actually upgraded their music. They upgraded their music now to where you can basically play a lot of music, man. It ain't just that simple music that they used to have, right? You can really play a lot more music now, right? So let me cut off this light too, y'all. It's shining reflecting on the phone. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, YouTube got a lot more music now. They got a bigger category of music. And you can buy music as well. And it ain't cheap either. It ain't cheap either. I don't even know how long you get to buy it. All I just know they got certain songs that you can play, but you gotta buy it. So I guess you kind of like buying, you kind of like paying you paying whoever own it. You know what I'm saying? The money so you can use it. But they got more. They have a bigger playlist now, man. More up to date than what they used to have. R&B, hip hop. Happy, funky pop, R&B. I think we just gonna we're gonna try to stick in the R&B category. I wanted some jazz, but you know the game, man. Okay, you got dramatic, funky, happy, love, dark, chill, bright, angry, sad, uplifting. We're going to go with the chill. We're going to see what that's about, man. It is all zero. I don't know what sound good. I don't know what don't sound good. I just, I'm going to figure it out and try to kick it with my people while I do it, though.
Just wanna fall asleep near you. And when no one's looking, find something dumb to do. It can be my fault, you don't have to like her. Your friends we can just push off. We can talk till the time goes by, like diamonds out in the evening sky. And if every now and then, at least we won't know. We got a lot of dust in the creaking of your bedroom to fall into.
Yeah, I don't know what's playing, but like I said, it's all free. So I'm playing it, man. What up, though? What it do, man? Nitty, D-City, straight gritty, no pity. I hope everybody having a good time fading with us, kicking it with us. This song, Chilling with Your Brother Frank Nitty, late night, man. Hey, Mary. Hey, Don. Hey, Miss Brown. What's up, Nap? Napatish? Is that Joe? Or Jay? Jay was like, bye. Tony? What up, Tony? Dewana, and of course, Gabby. Appreciate all y'all coming through, holding me down, doing what we do. You ain't gotta agree with me. You ain't gotta like me. I just like the fact that y'all allow me to have my own opinion and my own thoughts, and y'all share a moment with me, dog. So I thank you very much. Real talk. I don't know what's really popping out in this community. I really don't care no more, man. Other than people still on that same old junkie bandwagon. They can cheer on a junkie all they want to. All I know, a junkie still gonna wake up losing, dog. So it don't even make no difference how much you wanna boost somebody's ego up, how much you wanna claim someone may be more interesting or more suitable to your liking, they still gonna wake up a junkie, dog. And I'm telling you right now, man, ain't nothing worse than waking up fiending for something that you gotta have before you even wash your ass, dog. Huh? Ain't nothing worse than waking up fiending. Well, I ain't never did that other than cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Waking up fiending, because when I'm out of trees, dog. I might get a little meaner. I might get a little more. My patience might be a less thinner, but I don't fiend for it. No, I don't fiend for it. I can go without it for a while, for a week if I have to, for a month if I have to. Like I said, I'm just gonna get fat. I'm gonna eat more. I'm gonna have to use my energy. I'm gonna have to find another way to chill, or some type, or have to run off my energy so I can chill, so I can relax. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, I'm gonna take it in stride. I don't know nothing about being a full-time junkie like that, dog. That's a full-time junkie, waking up every day, wanting something you cannot afford, or won't claim, or won't be honest and truthful about how you take care of your habits, dog. Because one thing I know about anybody, man, especially any woman that's out here slipping, you might not be an HO for everybody, but bitch, that don't give you the right to say you ain't no hoe. You still a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Because there's somebody out here you turning tricks for. It's somebody out here you loose with. It's somebody out here you have to do a lot more. You have to do something strange for a piece of change. The game don't change just because your ass came along. No, the game don't change just because you came along. The game stays the same. The players might change, the pieces might change, but the game remains the same. So believe me, you wake up as a fiend, you might as well go ahead and keep it real. You do about anything for your next fix, bitch. Let's just keep that real, man. Let's not sit out here and fool nobody that's naive or maybe going through the same circumstances and thinking that they gonna walk through addiction. They gonna walk through being addicted, being a junkie, like if they was Moses. Yeah, like they was Moses from the Bible, walking on water. It ain't that simple, dog. It ain't that simple. Don't believe the hype. And I really don't care. I really don't. Because ain't nowhere in heck I will ever be a fan. Ain't nowhere in heck I'll ever be a fan of an unproductive. It's plenty of people out here addictive. There's plenty of people out here out here on drugs that actually take care of their habit, that actually works, that actually still maintain a life. But somebody who can't, an unproductive junkie, yeah, unproductive junkie. Ain't nowhere in hell I'm gonna act like I'm a fan of your ass. How I'm gonna act like I'm a fan of somebody that ain't even contributing to this damn nation, that ain't even contributing nowhere in no shape or form to the uplifting of this world, dog. Please. Won't be me. A junkie is a junkie, man. I don't care where you live. I don't care how you claim you look. A junkie is a junkie, man. You wake up every day fiending for something you can't afford. A junkie is a junkie, dog. It don't change because you got because you got an address, or because you got people liking you more than someone else. A junkie is a junkie, man. And if that's all you can do is find you a junkie for a friend, I feel for your ass. If that's the best you can do is find a junkie for a friend, I feel for your ass, man. Somebody tell you they've been out here stealing all their life. Somebody tell you, man, they ain't even got to tell you. I told y'all my damn self, man. People out here doing home invasions. Home invasions, man. You go in somebody's home, you plan on killing them, dog. Do y'all realize that? You go in somebody's home, you plan on killing them. They doing home invasions, identity theft. Do you know what identity theft is? Do y'all know what identity theft is? Have anybody ever stole your credit cards, your identity, try to buy a car with your damn try to buy some type of expensive item like a car or anything else, a home or anything else that your credit brings, that your name brings with good credit? Do you know anything about identity theft? Because that's what sloppy second shaky shady is all about, man. So keep on fucking with her. This female up here talking about, I won't get a job. I won't get a job. Talking about she was too good to be a waitress. Said she was too good to be a waitress. She said she couldn't jump in an Uber every day just to be a waitress. Well, you ain't gotta be a waitress, bitch. You can do a bunch of things. You can actually throw motherfucking newspapers. You can actually be a newspaper boy. Yeah, I say a newspaper boy, and paddle on your back and paddle on your bike and throw newspapers to everybody's porch. There's plenty things you can do, you lazy ass hoe. You a lazy hoe. You sorry, dog. You want people to support you like you a superstar, and you ain't. You ain't nothing but a fucking junkie, man. A funky junkie at that. You ain't even good at being a junkie. That's why T-Boy got you off the streets looking like you was a straggly ass cat. You was looking foul and funky and miserable, man. When T-Boy snatched you off them streets, you was skinnier than somebody from Ethiopia, from any damn third world country, man. You was looking sick. You was looking nasty. You was looking like you was diseased up. You was all in back of his van, digging through them clothes and all them canned goods like that was the best thing that ever happened to you, bitch. Y'all remember that shit? She was back in that van, man, digging through them clothes, digging through them canned goods like that was the best thing that ever happened to us, to her stank ass. Don't believe the hype, man. That's why anybody that went over there to be with Sloppy Second Shaky Shady, to roll with Sloppy Second Shaky Shady, to be part of her clique, you can never come back here, man. You can never come back here. That ain't something I'm playing. I ain't playing them games. Once you gone, man, once you go to the enemy side, somebody who been trying to go after my kids, somebody who been trying to put funky thoughts in people's head to go after me and my child, to call CPS, to call the popos on me. Bitch, they need to call the popos on your ass. You the one got all the warrants. I ain't got not one warrant. That's why I'm suing the popos. I'm suing them, dog. It's gonna come, everything gonna revolve and come to y'all know the word I'm looking for. Whatever word I'm looking for, man, that I can't pronounce. to fruition, or whatever it is. It's gonna come around, man, and everything gonna actually motherfucking turn out all right. I know it is. I got faith in good God Yahweh. They might have destroyed a lot of things that I can't replace, but they haven't destroyed my pride. They haven't destroyed my dignity, and they're not gonna motherfucking have me to sit down and ever be quiet. I'm gonna always say my piece, and I'm gonna always let people know about how fucked up this world, this government have been funky and foul to people of my skin color and so many others. I'm gonna always say my piece, man. I ain't gonna never shut my mouth. I'm gonna always have a voice. As long as I can talk, I'm gonna spit what I gotta spit, man. Nope, can't do that though, man. I don't even understand it myself. People already know how this female cut, and they call themselves being decent and nice to me and my kids, and then they went right over there and supported this bitch. She ain't even monetized, nor will she ever be monetized again. They ain't letting her be monetized now. Why they ain't letting her be monetized now then? No, they ain't letting her be monetized. As much as she done put in to be monetized again, you don't see that bitch monetized because her channel is crap, man. Her channel is crap. All she do is put down other people. All she do is attack other people. All she do is belittle and try to stir up a crowd, try to stir up a cult to go after other people. That's not a good person, man. If you think it's a good person, then let her be your best friend, and let's see how long that shit lasts. It'll last as long as it done lasted with SG. It'll last as long as it done last with Bobblehead. Huh? It'll last as long as it done last with anybody in this damn community, man. It ain't gonna last, man. It ain't meant to last. She's a junkie. Her first love is drugs. Her first love is drugs, not your ass. You can't do nothing for her. Then it's bye-bye. Won't see you again. Y'all really think this woman want anything other than your money? She ain't no different than Maddie Boo Boo. Why make people think that she's different than Maddie Boo Boo? I told y'all, man, there's levels to the game. Y'all looking at somebody cover. Like if you look at a book, the first thing you see what is the cover. You're not opening up the damn book and actually reading through that bitch. Because if you read through it, you know she ain't shit. All right, now I like this right here. Y'all feel me? This that new music, man. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I likes that. Got a smooth little flow to it. Let me just say this. Maddie Boo Boo ain't never been pimped out by Mama Kelly. Oh, Lord. Maddie Boo Boo ain't never been pimped out by Mama Kelly. I know who have. I know who answered that call when Mama Kelly put her madam call on YouTube for Tracy. and then for Shady. And I know who answered. Sloppy second, Shaky Shady. She over here bragging on a man that she, at one time, she claimed put knots on her head. Didn't she say that, y'all? She over here blaming, she over here propping up a man that at one time she said the man put knots on her head. Not to say him and my good friend, we love her too over here, man. Don't get it mistaken. We love some Carrie Ann B. Put her ass in jail in South Dakota, dog. Set her ass right up. Now, how you like that? How you likes that? Carrie Ann B. The perv set her up sweet. This bitch running from her damn, she running from South Dakota now, dog. You know she wanted. I still don't think she turned herself in. I really don't. I still don't think she actually, man, went to court. I don't think she did, dog. I think that paperwork was fake. Anybody can make that paperwork up, dog. When I was kid, before they even had internet, right? Let me turn this down a little bit now. When I was a kid in high school, before they even had internet, right? Before they had internet, I had printing classes, right? I had a printing class. Everybody remember what a printing class was? It's like basically, man, that's how everything was printed out back in the days. Through this machine that put ink on paper, right? As well as printing class was learning how to what's the word I'm looking for? Expose photos. Yeah, you learned how to create photos. You know, you had to go in the dark room and put it in some type of liquid and all this other it, right? And you had to be real patient. So we did all that. And when I was in printing class back in the days, man, I was making up fake bills. Yeah, I was making up fake bills, man. I remember I made up a fake I made up a fake Edison bill because I was really trying to change schools, right? I was trying to change schools because I wanted to play ball. I wanted to play hoops in the PSL and not the school that I actually went to, right? I wanted to change up school like everybody else was doing. And my mother didn't want me to go to any other school because she didn't feel like it would be safe for me, right? But I was getting offers from other high schools by their coaches to come play for them. So I was making up fake bills, like water bills, Edison bill, all that kind of crap, so I can take to the school so I can be enrolled, right? So I can be enrolled. So you don't think with the technology we got today, where only thing you got to do is basically put it in your fax machine, or put it in your printing machine and copy out how many copies you want. Really simple nowadays, right? It's not as hard as back in the days where I was going to printing class. You think she couldn't make up a damn fake ass? You think she couldn't make up a fake piece of paper that says she went to court? You think she couldn't make up a fake piece of paper that says she went to court? That's simple, dog. That ain't nothing hard. You can even get that one piece that they claim that nobody can copy. You have to be a government official or something. You know what I'm saying? That stamp that puts it on the paper. You even can get that. You can even get that done, man. That's not impossible. So don't think that, you know what I'm saying, you can just leave a courthouse on your own free will and just check in somewhere else when you want to, man. It don't work like that. It don't work like that, dog. I'm telling you right now, she's wanted. And the only reason why she gets to stay out because she's a snitch for Inktown Popos and probably other organizations as well, dog. She's a snitch. That's the only way you get to stay out of here. You get to stay out here free and not be in custody, dog. She's a snitch. How many times the Popos done came to Polo Dough? Yet y'all never heard this female say anything anymore about checking in to no doggone probation officer, anything about a drug test, anything that got to do with anything government at all, man. She's a snitch. Cats gonna figure it out, man. Like I told you, dog, you gonna really feel stupid when you ain't gonna have that channel to go back to no more. In a minute, she'll be shut down for good, dog. YouTube ain't gonna let her float forever, just like they ain't gonna let Maddie Boo Boo float forever. Just like they took Tommy Sotomayor. Anybody know about Tommy Sotomayor? He was on top of the world. And they banned him from YouTube completely, dog. And he used to get kicked out. He used to get one channel shut down and then jump on another channel. But after he talked about Kwame Brown's mama, he was talking about Kwame Brown's mama, talking about Kwame Brown's daddy and his brothers and just running through his whole family, dog, as though if he was bigger than Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown might be a flunky in your eyes, but he still played professional basketball for like 15 years, dog. He still played professional basketball for 15 years. He might be the biggest bust to someone else because he didn't turn out to be as good as somebody thought. But he wasn't the first person that ever did that, dog. He ain't the first person that ever did that. They done drafted many cats that was first round picks that didn't turn out to be shit. Anybody know about basketball? You know about when the Pistons had a chance to draft Carmelo Anthony, right? That was the draft of LeBron James, D Wade, Dwayne Wade, and Carmelo Anthony, and Dirk Milicic. Y'all, anybody hear me? Them were your first four picks, right? And y'all know who took LeBron? Cleveland Browns. I mean, not Cleveland Browns, but Cleveland Cavaliers, right? Cleveland Cavaliers. And y'all know who took D Wade. Miami Heat. And y'all know who took Denver Nuggets. Y'all know who took Carmelo Anthony. Denver Nuggets, right? Denver Nuggets. Well, at the time we had Tayshaun Prince. He was bony, but he fitted into the scheme of what they had, right, man? Rasheed Wallace, Mr. Big Shot, Billups, Rick Hamilton, Ben Wallace. Now, if they would have got Carmelo Anthony, they probably would have went. I know they would have won that second championship. They would have won that second championship. They would have got that back to back when they had to play San Antonio and actually got their ass smacked. But when they won it the first time over Shaq and Kobe, man, maybe that's why they didn't feel like. Maybe that's why they didn't feel like they needed Carmelo Anthony, even though he was a for sure third pick. He was a for sure third pick. They took a chance, like they done did so many other times, man. And they went and got Dirk Milicic. This cat was from, I don't know where he was from. He was from another country. I know that. He was from another country. They went and got Dirk Milicic. And Dirk Milicic ended up being, man, he was like 7 foot, like 7'2" or 7'4". And this cat didn't have no coordination for nothing, dog. He wasn't coordinated for nothing. He couldn't get his feet right to save his life. He just had 2 left feet, right? He had 2 left feet. And it took him a long time, man, before the Pistons figured out what they was going to do with his ass. They ended up trading him probably after about 5 to 6 years. Because actuality, he rode the bench. He rode the bench the whole damn time. So, is he a bust? Because somebody, they'll say he a bust. To me, I would say he got an easy ass check, dog. I say he got an easy, smooth ass check. Because he didn't have to bust a sweat. And I'm sure he would have rather played. So when cats be saying Kwame Brown is a bust, he still played 15 years. That's called a career, dog. That's called a career. Plus, he can always write a book. He can always write a book, and it's going to be the bestseller. It's going to be the bestseller because Michael Jordan was the person that actually drafted his ass. That was Michael Jordan, first time ever drafting any player for the Washington Wizards. And he drafted Kwame Brown. So if he a bust, that was Michael Jordan pick. So Michael Jordan picked it a bust. And he still got a check, what, for 15 years, dog? And he can always write that book about his relationship with Michael Jordan and get him a bestseller, dog. Y'all, rest in peace, Kobe. Him and his beautiful daughter. That was the saddest moment, man, in my life, man. Well, not my life per se, but I was really sad for Kobe and his daughter, man. That his love for hoops, his love for being a superstar, his love for wanting to live lavish in luxury was his doom. Because he didn't have to go that day, man. He knew the weather was too bad. And rest in peace to the other kids and the other families that was on that helicopter as well. That's something they don't talk about, man. They don't talk about the other kids and the other families that was on that helicopter. So rest in peace. But it was just too bad to go that day. He should have set that one out, man. He should have set that one out. And just let his daughter be disappointed. Because she would have got over it, dog. It would have taught her a valuable lesson. It would have taught her a valuable lesson. Even though you rich, even though we rich, even though we got it all, man, some things we still can't deal with or see our way through, because God got the last word. Yahweh got the last word. And when the weather is too bad, just like a lot of people, man, I got a cousin. He turned me on to this, and I like the fact he turned me on too. He said, man, I don't like driving in the rain. He said, I do not drive in the rain. I said, well, damn dog, you go to work. He said, man, I got to figure out a way to get there before the rain hit. Oh, I feel like shit. He said, I do not feel comfortable driving in the rain. And you know why? Because it's so dangerous, man. It's so dangerous. It's like when my daddy used to always tell me, he said, anybody can jump in the car. He said, but if you truly a good driver, you know when you get in that car, you driving for everybody else and not just yourself. Because you got too many fools out there. You got people in a rush going nowhere, trying to get to the same damn job. That's trying to put pressure on them to never be late. Sometimes, man, you just can't beat the weather, man. Sometimes you just cannot defy nature. Nature gonna win every time. It's like the saying, man. It's like the old saying, if a tree should fall in the woods, do anybody hear it? Hey, you know what I want to get into, man? But like I said, man, I got to learn. I'm gonna have to learn how to bring these apps up and install these things within my desktop and within my phone, so I can be on another level with this. So I can have that screen popped up and I can show my face at the same time. Y'all know how they do it, man. The real bloggers, the bloggers that done been in the game a long time, that know how to really put out good content, dog. You know, they got the screen up and they got their face up at the same time, right? And when I can end up doing that kind of game, man, when I can up my game to that level, I think we talking about something. I think then we'll be talking about something. Because that's what I need to be able to do, dog. You know, that's what I need to be able to do. And even if I got to pay somebody, man, to come to my crib to install that in my phone, in my desktop, to show me how to get down, that's something I'm going to have to do, man. Because that's the level I want to be on. You know, that's the level I want to be on. Hey, as soon as I was talking about sloppy, you see all the people came, and then when I stopped talking about sloppy, you see how many all the people left? Man, go on back to Sloppy channel, dog. Going back to Sloppy. Make sure you send them Cash Apps and them PayPals and them Venmos and whatever else you can send to that broke hoe. Cause believe me, Polo needs his money. Polo. Can I get my things? Hell no, bitch. Not until I get my money. But Polo. You didn't have to kick me down the stairs, Polo. I'm calling the Popos. Oh, man. Man, what kind of friend is that bitch? That bitch ain't no friend. Y'all remember that one chick, man, that was stalking Maddie? Y'all remember that one chick that was stalking Maddie and Gerald off of Illinois? What was her name? Kimmy? What was her name? Kimmy? What's her husband name? Marty? What they channel name? Kimmy and Marty? Do y'all remember when she came over? She came over to the band. Was it to the bando or was it to Polo? I don't know which one, dog. I just know she came to see Sloppy Second Shaky Shady. You know what I'm saying? Trying to act like she wasn't still a junkie. This bitch was missing more teeth than Maddie Boo Boo and Sloppy Second Shaky Shady together, man. But anyway, dog, let me get back to my thought. Do y'all realize that female and Sloppy Second Shaky Shady done fell out? Yeah, and they was rubbing elbows. Do y'all realize they fell out? And you know why they fell out? Because Sloppy Second Shaky Shady says Kimmy still owe Polo his cho. Now, if Polo ain't no doggone D-boy, then what the fuck going on? Huh? She fell out with Kimmy because Kimmy got some credit from Polo and haven't paid it back yet. She probably don't want to pay it back because she was like, damn, what the fuck I just get? That shit watered down than a bitch. Y'all hear me? She probably don't want to pay it back because she like, what the fuck you just give me, man? That shit watered down than a bitch. I ain't even feel the shit. Oh, man. Yeah, they done fell out. So what do you think gonna happen to all these fools that's going over there, man, to get cool with Sloppy Second Shaky Shady when she over there fiending like a demon because her habit done growed even harder? She don't miss a day. She talking about I do less. You do less, bitch, in your head because you ain't got to go out there and steal as much as you did. Yeah, you still stealing. You still a booster. You still a local doggone thief. That's how you get all your little personal items from the dollar store, bitch. You go in there flat chested and you come out with double D's. Stealing everything ain't nailed down. Come on now. People gonna find out, man. They gonna find out the hard way, man, that a junkie don't have a friend. A junkie's best friend is the D-boy, man. Y'all heard me. A junkie's best friend is the D-boy, man. It ain't got nothing to do with you being nice to her ass. No more than Maddie Boo Boo gives anybody a second thought after you give your show up, dog. It's the same way with motherfucking Sloppy Second Shaky Shady. She don't care. You know what I'm saying? She don't care. All she do is want your cho, man. So she willing to cross out anybody to get it. And she thinks she's actually safe by going after people's kids. I ain't gonna disappoint my kids no further than what I already did. All right? I don't plan on losing no more kids, man. No more than I planned on losing the first one. And had to deal with the thought through COVID that I'll lose another one. So believe me, dog, ain't nobody out here slipping. Ain't nobody out here perpetrating. You do not go after people, kids. And that ain't up for conversation, man. That ain't up for conversation. That ain't up for no doggone communication. That ain't up for nobody to have an opinion. You go after somebody's kid, you should already know what's coming to your ass. You should already know what's coming to your ass. It shouldn't be no surprise, man. I enjoyed myself with y'all. Y'all know I did. I appreciate y'all, man. Real talk. Thank y'all for rocking with your brother Frank Nitty, 2 T's like 2 titties. I think I'm finna go down here and wash these blankets. Cause my kids and myself, we need them, man. We need these blankets to be clean. You know? So I'm gonna go ahead and finish washing up, man, and washing these clothes and getting to my daddy duties, dog. I will, Sherry. Thank you for coming through. And thank you for speaking to me too. Hey, Kumo King. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. Hey, Stacy. Maurice. Lindsay. I spoke to you, Mary Barnes. Sweet, sweet, sweet lady. Did I speak to you, Nipatrish? If I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize. Y'all, I might just need to get a nickname, right? Just say Nip or Trish. You know who I'm talking about, though, right? Did I speak to Donna? Or did I call you Don earlier? You know how I mean. You know how it go for me, man. Dewana, appreciate you as well. Tony, and I also always Gabby, Jay. Thank y'all. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time too. Ain't nothing like kicking it with CWG peeps. Cause CWG peeps are the best. And they are so, so beautiful, man. So thank y'all for being my second family, for holding me down, for allowing a broke brother like myself to have a voice. This is the only way we have a voice out here in this world, dog, for a lot of us. So I thank you for allowing me to have a voice. And I appreciate you, real talk. Have a beautiful night. I know you got the best life because you share it with me. So thank you for allowing me to feel that peace and allowing me to have a moment of greatness, being with people that got true respect and love for me. Y'all make me feel great. Thank y'all for everything. We're going to have to do this again. Good night, everybody. Have a blessed night. Just like Sherry just said. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Don. Or is that Darren? I can't see, man. Yeah, I can't see. Is that Darren? I need to turn the light on a lot more, but if I turn the light on, it drains the battery harder. So I apologize I didn't get your name right, but y'all know who I'm talking about. I know everybody be glad when the snow is over, but we getting there, y'all. We getting there. April will be here in a minute. We should be done by it. We should be done with it by then. But like I told y'all, man, be smart. You could take the bottom. You could take the bottom. If you wear thermals like I do, you can take the bottom off when it get close to spring or when it becomes spring, but don't get fooled by this Michigan weather, man. Protect your chest, protect your head, protect your feet. I should have told my kids more of that, right, man? I really thought the adults and the parents and her mother was doing the same. I apologize, baby. Daddy miss you so much. When I lost your brother, I thought I was the biggest loser in the world. I said, I'll never lose another kid again, man. Because it ain't something you want to get used to. But when I lost you, baby, when I lost you, my sweet angel, my beautiful black queen, my beautiful Hebrew queen, I'll never forgive myself. I'll never forgive myself. I love you. Daddy was so wrong. My job is to protect you. And that's something I didn't do. I'm out, y'all. Good night to everybody, man. Have the best one in the best way, man. Real talk, man. Don't let my sad moment destroy your happiness. I'm just thinking about my kids, and that's beautiful to me. All right, because I never forget about them. I can't. They my babies. I'm out, y'all. Everybody have the best one. Had the best night in the best way. Sweet dreams, man. Real talk, man. Don't forget that it's all right to reminisce and to think about your loved ones, because they put a smile on your face. Believe me, the sadness don't last forever. They'll put a smile back on your face. So it's all right to remember them. It's all right to remember. It's all right to reminisce. And it's all right to say your piece and to keep speaking to them as though if they were still here, man. I'm out, man. Nitty, D-City, straight gritty, no pity. Had the best one in the best way, y'all. I'm out. Deuces. Family always come first. It's God, Yahweh, self, family. And if you really know about life, all three is really in the same position, man. All three is really a combination. Thank y'all, beautiful people, because that's what y'all are. Y'all some beautiful people, man. Thank y'all so much. I never thought it'd be a day where I had people that would put up with my thoughts or just chill with me for a moment, dog, for no reason at all other than they like my company, because I damn sure like y'all's. All right, I appreciate y'all. Everybody have the best one in the best way. I'm out. Deuces, baby. I love y'all. Top to bottom, bottom to top. Y'all far too kind. Y'all more than welcome. CWG, you the best, baby. Don't forget to subscribe to D City TV. That's D City TV. Appreciate y'all. Real talk, man, for all the love you've been giving me. I'm out. Deuces, baby.
May I ask you how you feel? Would I have the words to say? I've forgotten how to feel, how to call you by your name. Barely recognize. You've forgotten all my songs. You've forgotten all my love. Don't you know you make me nervous still? You pull my thoughts apart. Though I've been trying to get you off my mind. Give me time, cause it still burns my lips to say your name out loud, my love. Sha-da-da-da-da. Oh, yeah. And by now your smile has changed. You don't look at me the same. It's naive admitting that one day you'll miss my name. Promises you say you keep, empty lines between the scenes. Was it wrong for me to trust? I'm still only 17. Don't you know you make me nervous still? You pull my thoughts apart. Though I've been trying to get you off my mind. Give me time, cause it still burns my lips to say your name out loud, my love. It's just not natural reaction, making me feel like I lost it. And I can't help but to miss you. Though I know there's never a chance. Don't you know you make me nervous still? You pull my thoughts apart. Though I've been trying to get you off my mind. Give me time, cause it still burns my lips to say your name out loud, my love. Don't you know you make me nervous still? You pull my thoughts apart. Though I've been trying to get you.
Damn, I'm living life like it'll never stop. Bitch, I'm making music, working around the clock. About to change my life, man, I can't stop. People said I couldn't do it, but just fucking watch. Life's been easy now that I've been making shit. All I gotta do is just keep making shit. Thinking about my life and what it could be. Shit, it's what it should be. I've been doing real things. I've been making money. Oh Lord, you can't stop me now. They'll take it from me. I've been doing real things. I've been making money.
that shit down and I told him you will. Just running low, you need a refill. Running my race and they telling me chill. Stay meditating, I know to be still. Taking these meetings, they selling me bills. Selling me dreams, selling me grills. I cannot trust it, not even a little. If you been fucked over, I know how you feel. Looking to the sky, you see me. I'll be looking to the sky, you see me. I'll be
Damn, I'm living life like it'll never stop. Bitch, I'm making music, working around the clock. About to change my life, man, I can't stop. People said I couldn't do it, but just fucking watch. Life's been easy now that I've been making shit. All I gotta do is just keep making shit. Thinking about my life and what it could be. Shit, it's what it should be. I've been doing real things. I've been making money. Oh Lord, you can't stop me now. Yeah, take it from me. I've been doing real things. I've been making money. Oh Lord, you can't stop me now. Yeah, take it from me.
Good night, everybody. Thank y'all for coming through and doing what you do. I'm out, baby. Deuces.
We talk life over coffee. Now we barely speak at all. The sun sets so quickly. It gets harder to recall. All the places once explored and all the words that were once spoken, but I still recall the feeling. Keep it with me like a token when I sit and reminisce. We were meant to win like this. I still see your pretty face when I hear Ray J sing my wish. 'Cause I miss you. Do you feel it? I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. What if I called you right now? Like back in the day, would you pick up your phone? Don't even know what I say, but the sound of your voice used to keep me awake. And I long for those days. Yeah, I long for those days. 17, when I met you, yeah, everything was new. I felt so weak. You made it hard not to. I knew all the ins and outs of everything you were about, and you knew me more than anybody. All my dreams and doubts have since been other flesh, but no one ever compares to the warmth that you exuded every time that you were there. 'Cause I miss you. What if I called you right now? Like back in the day, would you pick up your phone? Don't even know what I say. But the sound of your voice used to keep me awake. And I long for those days. Yeah, I long for those days. When the night is most quiet, it's when my mind is the loudest, and I still feel so alone. Even when I'm surrounded, you were my corner, my comfort, my future, my peace of mind. They were lying, they told me